The Zend framework is considered a glue framework, meaning it contains a number of different pieces from which you can pick and choose. In order to really make the Zend framework work for you, it's important to understand a few key principles. In this unit, we'll look at those principles and we'll also discuss the advantages and issues regarding the Zend framework. In order to install Zend framework, you're first going to download it at the website, and there's two versions available to you, the minimum version and the full version, which will include a number of different libraries, including the Dojo library. You can also install Zend without vendors, which means you can pull in the Zend framework at will by the command line, and sometimes that's advantageous. Zend also ships with a command line tool called ZF. This can enable the auto creation of projects and other things as well from within the Zend framework environment. Generally, when you go to set up your Zend application, you're going to need to create some kind of web server mapping to make sure that the URLs map out to the root of your web server. In terms of code organization, the Zend framework is very object-oriented, which means most of what you'll be doing will be extending existing classes from the Zend library and doing other things in terms of working with classes, methods, and other object-oriented constructs. It's highly decoupled, and it's very extensible and ready for plugins. The MVC interpretation of Zend is quite literal. When you create your controller, you will extend the Zend controller class. Likewise, when you go to create views, you're going to use the Zend view class. In terms of the model, however, there's no specific model provided. When you do go to create your model, you can optionally use the Zend DB and its class of tools, or you can use Zend table. These will require a lot of code writing in order to make your model work, but they definitely do the job. Additionally, if you like and you want to speed up your development process, you can use third-party object relational mapping tools such as Doctrine. There are tons of components available from within the Zend library. It's truly one of the advantages of using it. Another advantage is its support for multiple deployments. Within a single config file, you can have information for different databases and different configurations for your development, your testing, and your production deployments. There are some issues, however, with the Zend framework. Probably the number one issue is the learning curve in getting started with Zend. The framework itself has a fairly large footprint. Even the minimum is over 30 megabytes, and if you download the full version, it's over 90. One criticism of the Zend framework is that it has no real rapid application development tools like scaffolding that highly automate the creation of code or abstract it so you don't have to write it yourself. Another criticism that people have of the Zend framework is that there's no built-in data model. This means different applications can have very different implementations of how the data is being accessed. Generally speaking, Zend requires writing a lot of code. There are no shortcuts. Because it's loosely coupled and because there's so much available in the framework, one criticism is that it's difficult to learn everything and to understand everything that's available to you within it. Because of all the different corporations and the people involved in the community, it sometimes can be slow for changes to be made. There are some issues with configuring Zend for your hosting provider. In terms of performance, Zend is generally better than the full-stack frameworks. However, it can't really compete with lightweight frameworks like CodeIgniter. 2.0 may provide fixes for this. Overall, the Zend framework is an object-oriented, ad hoc framework that allows you to pick and choose both which libraries you wish to use and how to structure entire aspects of your application, including the model layer. In order to better understand what's available in this framework, it's a good idea to learn about what components are available, and that sounds like a great next thing to do.